Jeremy from the X in Boise, kind of thing. So, you know, I moved out to Boise from Wisconsin about 3 years ago, man, and it's just amazing to see how many Packer fans there are everywhere you go. Is it cool to see? It's almost like a home game everywhere you go on the road sometimes. Yeah,
definitely. You know, my years of being here, we've always traveled real well on away games. You know, with Packer fans and they might not be from Wisconsin. We might just have that many Packer fans in Arizona. So, you know, it's great the way our fans show up for games. They love the sport. They love our team, and you know, they go out there and show their support.
You know, how far into the game did you know we're going to make a trip back here again next week for the playoffs?
I didn't pay too much attention to that. You know, that it was too hard to figure it out in the first place. Who's got to lose? Who's got to win? Who's got to do all this stuff? So we just went into the game, you know, knowing that we were going to play hard and try to win, try to be 11-5, and you know, it was successful. But the biggest test comes next week when, you know, both of our backs are against the wall, and whoever loses goes home. And I damn sure don't want to go home yet.
You know, not a lot of blitzes out of either team on the defensive side of the ball. Is that just a strategy kind of move?
Yeah, you know, I think Capers will call. You know, when he feels the necessary need to call it, I think he'll call it. But you know, today I thought we were playing great coverage and we had some good rush from up front. So maybe we didn't call it because they're having a good rush up front. But we'll see. I mean, you know, Capers and our defensive coaches, they'll put stuff together and we'll see what happens next week. We might have some stuff in new, we might not. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
A lot of naysayers when the season began, switching to a 3-4. Now you're 16 games into it. What your personal opinion? Do you love it?
You know, I think a lot of people were concerned. You know, just not knowing. I don't know necessarily if it was mostly fans or it was players, but you know, there was a little concern earlier in the year about our 3-4 defense and not knowing, you know, if it was going to work with our personnel early in the year. We weren't playing like we expected to play, and you know, we had some naysayers. I think everybody was throwing Coach McCarthy on the chopping block. You know, at 4, we were 4-4, but we knew in ourselves that we were going to keep our composure and be where we are today. You know, but you know, like I said, we took it one game at a time.
That's probably the only difference. 3 years into your pro career, what's this been like? You know, it's gone fast. I feel like I was at Boise State just yesterday, so but it's been real exciting, and you know, every day that you're in the NFL, you appreciate it. And
I know he's a homeboy. You gotta give me some room. It's ridiculous over here. Dang! I took a shower. I know, man. I went to the training room. They still here. Goodness.
Y'all gonna actually get somebody who played?
Hey, I played the Fiesta Bowl too. I was about to.
Somebody who knows how to
it is kind of a reality check. You know, it's like, holy crap, you know. But I think it's a short-lived career, and I enjoy it. Usually in the off-season, I get home for a couple months, kind of off and on.
I got like a couple weeks ago. I told you like almost like predictions. Came on the 80.
You know, that's tough to say. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good game. I think Boise's going to get after him. You know, I know TCU has a good defense, but I think our offense is real aggressive. And, we'll have a good chance to move the ball.
You know, we caught up before the season with the X in Boise. Talked a little bit about how you think you're going to do the season now, the playoff run, man. You guys confident going into next week?
Yeah, definitely. I think tonight was a big step toward that. And,
maybe a little bit, because I had my nieces, my little nieces. I didn't want me to hug them or kiss them because
not going to be able to stick around here and actually watch a game in person.
I'm gonna have to go. I've been there today.
You know, all right, man. Thanks. Any predictions for tomorrow?
Hopefully a win. I mean, that's what you know. That's what Boise does, and that's what they've been great at. So I'm expecting big things out of them. They step up in the big games and seem to play well.
You get back home pretty much. We see you at the charity basketball events and that kind of stuff with the rest of the Broncos. You love the way the Bronco Nation travels. You seen a lot of guys out here so far this week?
Yeah, you know what? I was in a couple of the hotels around here grabbing bites to eat, and saw a lot of them floating around. And it's always good to see those guys. You know, it's good to see the blue and the orange out, and it makes me miss it a little bit. I mean, I always miss college football. I think it's a different experience from the NFL, but those guys have done a great job, and they're continuing a legacy that they'll be going on a long time. Chris has got a brand new contract, and that's great. They deserve to have him around, and hopefully he's there to stay.
Thank you.